I plan on doing a few of these and going over some tips on general gameplay and how to interact with randoms, and also strategies that work well with teams. They're all kind of designed to automatically work if you're with a team that's communicating, but, you know, by default, will hopefully still work with randoms and just kind of ways to interact with them. Now, I want to preface this by saying I am doing a few of these. I will also afterwards do a series on each hero and kind of how to play with them and some gameplay tips on how to use the characters. These aren't going to be that. This is just gameplay in general, like how to interact and stuff and the psychology of other gamers, that kind of thing. Let me throw on my thumbnail quick and get in the chat open. But, oh, it says I'm live. So, and here comes the first very important part. Now, I'm just going to jump right in here and we'll cover stuff. But I want to see if I can get us caught up and maybe help us out here. Oh, I'm getting blasted. Hey, Fectious. Awesome. I'm doing a series on some tips for heroes villains for newer players and also seasoned players. Just kind of tips on interaction, you know, ways to work together, because that's the only real way to win on this. Like, always take out their blaster user, because he's shredding your team. Dang it, I blew that with bad aim. I want to get my thumbnail on. It's making me play bad. I gotta blame something. Okay, as soon as this thumb gets slapped on here, I can come back to the chat. Oh, I better burn the Wookiee. Can't win them all! Oh! Where's my team at? I think I went in alone there like an idiot, didn't I? I'm just trying to do some damage. And that is how to not play the game. As you can see. You go right in, you die. Now, Boba Fett's kind of a different creature, though. As you should have... Whoa. Okay. So as soon as this one's over, we'll get a chance to start from scratch. I noticed a Boba Solo. Hey, Matthias. Welcome, welcome. We're just going over some tips on gameplay, and this one's focusing on location, which I'll cover the topic as soon as we kind of get going here. Oh, I was hoping that at least looked me. The guide does not start with this match. I came into one with, it started off pretty bad, and I'm going to get a good chance here to kind of practice some of the things I said in the last one. As well as, see, they know location, dude. Look at that. See, I don't even know what my team's doing over there. What's going on? They're chasing... Oh, they're getting chased, led around by this other team. This other team knows what they're doing. The team I'm on, I think it's Aquatic Panda, keeps getting led around. It's good to always kind of stop and take a look here. Hey, KKO. See, now they're all together. That's good. Oops. See, didn't see that coming. Oh. Oh, I'm supposed to shoot him. Not worth it. Ooh. Okay, so let's get started here. Welcome, German Mr. Alright, so the topic we're covering today is location, location, location. As you can see what this other opposing team did, and let me again preface by saying I'm not really like, oh, I gotta win to show you that my strategy is a good one. I don't have that lack of confidence. I know that my strategy is sound. It's just, it's not always gonna work. Such is life. That's why there's a matchmaking button. If that's a team of 4 up against randos, and that I get the same randos, whatever. Every game is different. And I want to start by saying something very, very important. Be patient. I have come into so many games now You're hitting your shots. No, not yet, KKO. That was terrible, and I still have terrible aim. But, yeah, you want to, God, I'm just waiting to see how this is going to go. I was saying be patient, because I come into so many games where it's like 12 to 33. You know, you're just, the team you come into is getting destroyed because people got frustrated and left right away. And that's understandable. You know, sometimes you do gotta leave a game, but look at that. This was prepared for somebody to drop, and it already had one queued in. That was weird. Anyway, be patient. I have come back so many times, and sometimes it clicks. You'll be playing, and then Luke finally gets it. He's like, oh, I'm going to protect Han. And then he starts doing that. And then Lando comes up behind. You two are shooting the crap at everybody that tries to get up to Luke while he dances around like an idiot and gets their attention. They're chasing Luke around. And see, that's the trick. That other team had me chasing Boba Fett, had me chasing their guy around for a minute. Or I was Boba Fett, but you know what I mean. Like I was getting, you know, you get to someone's attention, you emote at him, you taunt him. And then they're going to chase you, and you pull them away. If they even get one of their teammates to follow, their formation starts thinning out and spreading on the map. And then if you can see an aerial view of it, you would imagine then that if your whole team is aware of that happening, they know that they could do many things, but as long as they're aware of it. The first thing I recommend, by the way, jump right in the middle of that weak formation and work your way outward like a virus. That's one strategy. But, okay. See, both our lightsaber users ran off like morons. That's not good. They're not even looking at us. Oh, or are they? See, be patient. See, I would have pushed him off, but right now we're pushing them back. Oh, good job, Maul. Kind of walked right into that, didn't I? And there's alive, though. That's good. Okay, we're still gonna cover more, way more. I'm gonna play as I discuss stuff. It's good to let some of the things I say sink in. How to play heroes, villains. Love Wanderlust. Never mind. Yeah. Well, I'm focusing today really on the strategy. I'm still gonna try to play good, but get up, old man. What about my shots? No! Oh, see there, I had somebody coming to help me. Now, location. So as soon as you or your team or their team is in the position where they're pinned down like this, the numbers are dropping, they're coming in one at a time, we move as a group and run around and quell them one at a time. They're gonna spawn in different spots across the map. There they are. He's still standing there. Okay. No, I had to shoot that wall too, because Hop goes away. I'm out of here. I don't want to play anymore. Now we have an ugly formation, but watch. Hopefully they follow Han. We need to move. I just start moving away and hope they follow. They don't. That's okay. That's okay. We still have control. And it's important to know that. Oh, Emperor's easy. Just keep getting behind him. He has to turn all the way around and aim again. He has to turn all the way around and aim again. So you just keep moving around. His lightning isn't all-encompassing. Phasma, why would you stick your face back out? Didn't you know Han was going to wreck you? Thanks for that, Anakin. Offensteiner! That was Anakin's job. Hey, Dangerous Dan, haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, man? Welcome. We're covering tips on HvV. Now, I cover a general strategy, talk about it, and then I also implement just kind of how to deal with stuff as it comes along. See, nobody's dropped on their team, and that's great. And that's the first thing I was saying is you gotta be patient. Games can turn around. You'd be surprised. Alrighty. We have control of the map. Now if they're smart, they'll start running toward the next lone person. there, Phasma. Soccer Demon, you should probably play a soccer game. No, I'm kidding. And this game can get frustrating as hell when they're not working together. Nobody was with Phasma on their team, so that had to suck. Location, location, location. Trying to aim his shots. No, I'm not really worried about that today. Doing pretty good, Dan. Doing pretty good. No, I haven't. I've been playing a lot privately and kind of working on stuff, like that last Hokey Religions video I made. That was a lot of fun. But I haven't been social lately. I've been pretty sick, but I finally got over it, so... yeah, coming back around. Thought I'd give this channel some lifeblood and start a new segment on helping people when they're playing Heroes Villains and stuck alone. Because we don't all log on and have friends hanging out right away ready to play, so start learning to play with your blues. Now, did you see how I ran away from my team there? Boom. What not to do. And that's okay. It's better that you guys learn through my mistakes, you know, than this to be a vanity effort, so... And go check with my doctor. Thanks, Dan. Alright, so... Oh, Phasma.
This will be loud.
No!
I'm down when we're both on, buddy. Totally, man. Totally. Appreciate that. And then, yeah, if you see, sometimes when you see me online and I'm doing this and stuff, it's not that I don't want to meet up. I guess, yeah, you get it, though. This is a new thing I'm trying to do, and I'm not really sure I'm going to go about it. Now, this wasn't a really great example to go by with strategy-wise. Where you going, Kylo? Back here, son. Because we just kind of creamed him anyway. Now, some would say that it doesn't matter how good you are at the game. As long as you're implementing a good strategy, you're going to win. Now, it's not entirely true. But in this particular case, you could see them have no awareness of the map. If you think back to how the fight went, it was just them rushing into us. We were a formation. They kept coming into us and attacking. He says, Corellian boots clearly don't have enough grip. Oh, he flew off the cliff. I don't mind if we don't party up. I'll just support the channel. Hey, thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. So there it was, location-wise, on a basic level, they just kept kind of rushing in. But we're all kind of aware of that, and you've heard it said, you know, they just keep rushing in. So we all kind of try to not do it, but we all still do. It's an easy thing to work on, though. Just work on being patient. Again, the first thing I said, be patient. Now, I'm going to get a lightsaber user here, and hopefully we get a blaster user. And I'm going to try and stick with him and adhere to the buddy system we covered yesterday. The idea of sticking the two together, but it looks... No. Okay, all lightsaber users. I'll get Phasma then. And we'll see if one of them falls with me. Location is word of the day! Haha! Oh, Pee-wee. We all miss you. Coordination. Haha! I quit. Coordination must also be a factor, though, right? Absolutely. And when you're playing with randos, it's really hard to communicate. So your best bet is to be the guy that follows them. In the worst situation with the worst gamer, still, if you follow them and support them, a lot of the time it can come back and work. So yeah, I'm a spaz KKO. That's the only thing I can say about that. Alright. So let's see, who do we got here? Grievous? Are you going to be my buddy? My buddy system? Says no. Oh, they did it again. The guy jumps off the cliff at the beginning. Location? We're going to hold this area right next to the cliff with Phasma's trap. I recommend this strategy. I can protect it, as well as if they come around any of these corners blindly into the trap and get shocked, it's easy for the other three to knock them off. Sorry, Han, this isn't gonna end the way you thought. Come here, I ain't done with you. I don't need my trap. How's my aim, KK? Oh, you're trying to wreck my trap, aren't you? Almost got it. If I get 2 more kills, my trap will spread out. But I gotta get the kill shot. Oh, that ain't gonna feel good. try it, buddy. 2. Oh, that's 3. It should spread out now. Nice, look at that.
There is no emotion.
So now we own this area. And there's no reason to change it. Now, it's an obstinate, or it's like a rude, stubborn thing to do. But if you want to win, you win. And we have control of this location. And they errantly keep just coming back, absent-mindedly keep coming back in. Like, my trap is the focus of the map. They will fall for the hypnosis effect. They think this is where they need to go after they die. My team's even trying to show mercy and going away from the trap. Look at this. I'm gonna not shoot him. Oh. See there, they had the formation set up. They had a blaster user with the lightsaber in front protected, and it could have worked if I didn't stop Finn there. Well, oh, I need to go down here and check on some... You're lasering them. I don't really care about aim, like I said. We're covering strategies. So it's too easy with Phasma. That they just ate that up and died. So now we're going to kind of get an aerial view of the fight and look at some, make some observations. Again, you can see my team here working together really well, and they keep coming up one by one. Finn, you should not have led that charge.
Let me work.
Okay, yep. They're going to do it the entire match. They're compelled now. Grievous is trying to, I think, break that, but no, okay. And what's worse is we can move one by one toward them either way. It don't matter. They're going to keep coming in like this.
Barely worth my...
That is true. You do need to aim to win. I will tomorrow. Thanks. I needed a push. Oh, no. No! He doesn't want to die! Okay. So, location-wise, that was a very, very simple thing to happen. I'm with randoms, and it already set itself up. I got trapped there by the cliff, and they fell for it right away. Now they're locked into coming in one by one, and they're just going with the loot.
When you're ready.
But, keep an eye on, see if they have any means of coming back. They're not communicating clearly. So now they're doing it. This is the train of death, guys. I didn't know if my team would do it. You just start moving toward the next single person that spawned in. They have 0 chance of winning.
Wasting your time.
Ooh, nice shot, buddy. And then when that happens, you do gotta kind of rush back in, and then that totally throws off the psychology of the original plan, which is don't rush in after you die. So it's like paper, rock, scissors. You keep your opponent on their toes with one of 3 very basic strategies, and they don't even know how to react anyway.
Say farewell.
Boba Fett, unfortunately, is just a powerful hunter anyway, dude. If you know how to play him, you can just keep flying back and forth to the one spawning in. Pretty much wreck him. Alrighty, well, the next one should be around dead. Paper, rock, scissors, yes. When you're playing paper, rock, scissors, the real way to win the game is to place your formation based on what you anticipate they're going to do. What that means is you kind of trick them into doing what you want by what you do. There's a lot of subtle gestures you can do to influence what their choice is going to be. On top of that, people psychologically will follow a pattern. And a lot of people's characters types will follow certain patterns that are predictable. Impulsive people will go for the win. They can be baited into losing paper, rock, scissors easily. You just kind of play your opponent into your hand. It's a mean thing to do, but when we're talking about winning and losing, a friendly game, you obviously wouldn't resort to chicanery. Rock, paper, scissors? I don't know. I think if the pen's mightier than the sword, I'm going to put paper first, KKO. Don't forget Spock for any Big Bang fans. I like Spock. Oh, Spock. I don't like the Sylar Spock, though. I think he's a big fat phony. Okay, so we're the dark side. It was pretty easy just to go in and whoop him anyway. We're going to go ahead and take another quick look at the buddy system we covered yesterday by... Let's see if I can bait somebody into playing a blaster. No, blaster users. They always play lightsaber. Nope. Damn. Whenever I get somebody to play a blaster when they're randoms, I'll pick a lightsaber then, and then I'll stick with them and do that buddy system thing. But when you're a blaster user, it's so hard and so rare that somebody will have the patience to back you. But when you're playing with friends, absolutely recommend it. Hover your lightsaber user around the blaster user. That was buddy system we covered yesterday, though. Now today with location, let's look at the map. Takodana, Moss's Castle. Now, this is one of those maps that still has not really been explored, in my opinion, in the Heroes Villains games, at least that I've seen and played. Most games just become a bash fest. This has different levels in this castle. You can go onto the parapets. You can use the trees. Everybody just goes to the main killing floor with all the equipment, which is fine. And I guarantee where everyone's going to run here at the beginning. But you can fight over by the lake. I don't know. And it's cool because when you set up the right thing, like Han, way down the end of the lake, shooting all the way up at the castle, and then guarded by one lightsaber user, Han's not going to die. Luke's force push will come back 2 times before somebody can run to them. Alright, I choose you. Dummies. Alright. Oh, lovely. See, he was smart to throw me away like that. Oh. They say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, KKO. What? Come and get it, son. Come talk to daddy.
Ready for this? Great, kid. Don't get cocky.
Oh, you gonna get me. So what do you think about the new update? As far as the targeting system being gone, that's pretty awesome. If you mean the one with Darth Maul's block and his horizontal throw now, I think it's very sweet. Darth Maul now is a creature that I don't think people get how good he is now that he has block and all that.
Bad feeling.
Come on, old man, don't be shy. Come on, Phasma, don't be shy. Watch this.
Incoming fire!
See? Look at Luke. He's helping me out now. No way we're gonna lose. Oh. He started to. He made the classic mistake of getting caught up in thinking that he needs to just go for Kylo because it's the next point, which in a, sloppy game, that's just gonna happen. Look what I'm doing. I'm just running toward the target.
Better be fast.
Or not the target, but the easy prey? I don't know. Oh, Phasma. You sweet summer child. Uh-oh. I was gonna say, I feel him coming. It's dark side. There it is. I used my rolls too quickly. I'm trying a new strategy. Usually I can roll without getting hit and just kind of dodge around and shoot a couple times. But I want to try something new where you use both rolls to get enough space and then slowly back away shooting. You should kill them before they get to you. I tried it once and it kind of worked. And I wasn't sure if it would. I'll try it another time. Now here you can see we have control of the map. They're going to come to us one at a time. Watch this. I don't even know what he's doing. Oh! There it is. Where did you go now?
Bet you I win.
Where'd she go? She's dead. She's probably dead. Alright. So now we're just picking off poor players, it looks like. While we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and cover some other ideas. They may not necessarily apply to the current gameplay, but they're good points. First and foremost, be patient. These guys on the other team, they haven't dropped. That's commendable. People usually drop. They get frustrated. Oh, my team's idiots. They're not doing what I want. And they quit. Dude, they can still come back. I mean, you never know. Okay, they're not gonna, but... Son, come here. We need to talk. Here you go.
This is getting sad.
Oh, yeah? Oh, am I supposed to shoot her?
Yeah, it could work.
Yeah, it could work. Oh, he's dumb passing. Should have done that, girl. Almost.
To the galaxy.
Okay. Again, we have control of the map. They keep coming to us. So, when I can't show a strategy in action, I can still discuss some mistakes that are being made on their part. They keep coming in one by one.
So bad.
What about the new reinforcements? Oh man, I love those BX droids. The I think they call them like something commandos now. They're awesome, man. Got machetes. How the hell did that happen? Ah, see, I can't focus. Can't walk and chew gum. Hey, Cap Diggity Dog. Welcome. And Greedo DeVito. What's going on, guys? Hey, I'm just covering some Heroes Villains tips. It's about the general strategies of working with randoms when you're having to deal with randoms. Obviously, you know, things aren't always going to go your way. They are on my team. You know, I'm pretty lucky. I think this is just the other team's not good players. Oh, I want... We will bring peace to the galaxy. Welcome, Casual Shadow Trooper Kaz. Daedalus called you Kaz yesterday. I was like, does he go by Kaz? I was like, I don't know. Find out. Alright. So, the strategy you're recovering is location. I don't get much of a chance to show it and implement it here, but basically it's just that where you are is more important almost than how you're playing. I mean, if you can break up their formations... As you can see here, they actually got it kind of together. They grouped back together despite the point loss. But they're still focusing on themselves. And that's why they're not doing so hot. Ooh, he caught air, I bet. Where'd he go? Son?
If I were you, I'd drop my gun.
See, they're leaving Han alone now, but normally you don't want to do that. I know my son well enough. Oh, how'd that not kill him? Damn it, Kylo! No, he'd call him Ben, wouldn't he? Kaz just short for casual. Hey, we had that casual casualty segment. I didn't think about that. That's funny. You should have hosted that. You don't want to do that, Emperor. Ooh, he caught air again. Look at that. See, there comes Rey to protect the blaster user. It worked for a second. Had he not leapt there with Frenzy, I would have had that. Take off that ridiculous mask. Do you know what I am? Do you want to go shopping at Hot Topic? Can I borrow your mascara and your Depeche Mode CD? It's okay to cry. Sorry, I always give Kylo shit. I can't help it. I love Kylo Ren, though. Alright. Oh, look at him go right there. Stop! In the name of love! Okay, location, location, location. There you can see a prime example of what we had in the first match. It was just us moving in a death squad toward their singled out fresh spawn. You can't always regroup, especially when their death squad or your death squad stays on the move. And that brings me to, I guess, what I would call a golden strategy. A strategy that when you do implement it and it works, you're guaranteed to win. I mean, I really don't see much of a chance otherwise. For instance, in a golden scenario, you've got Han and Leia, two blaster users, Obi-Wan and Luke on either side of them, moving as a death squad. They're going to be unstoppable. The man who betrayed Vader. Calm down out your shit on Benny boy. What? I don't know what that means. I think he must have auto-corrected or something. He's like, I know what I said. Out your shirt on Penny boy. Is this bone apple tea? So here we have no more blaster. Oh, we do. Me. They'll flock to Phasma and we'll win. Why not show it off? Is it the same team, though? Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Excuse me. So, I'll put your shirt on. Okay. No, it makes sense. Like, you want Benny Boy to take his shirt out, or? Alright, so. The Death Squad formations. And that was a good example the last time. We just moved around as 4 toward the edges of the map. You can circle around the map, literally, and you will come to their fresh spawns alone running in, so you'll have to move the circle inward a lot. But I'm sure there's a pattern you can follow. See, look at Anakin, chosen one. Yeah, we choose you. Choose me, Lisa. Oh god, that was the worst Ralph Wiggum I've ever heard in my effing life. Alright.
You can't be so stupid as to think this will be easy.
Oh wow, did Vader hear him? Oh, there's a big boom, big boom. I found out that that does like no damage, or at least it doesn't to me. I mean, I kept hitting him with Boba Fett. I hit him with 4 rockets, shot him a couple times in the head, and he popped it on me point blank range, and it still didn't hurt me much. Ragdoll is just great in this game. I know, I love it. I just saw Ewok play God. I'm afraid to ask. Dun, 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 dun. So, location-wise, I can't block. Is my trap already spread out? No, I don't have any kills. Okay. Up here, Luke. I'm all alone, buddy. No, I'm not. Kylo stayed with me. Hello there. Come get it.
My troops will storm in and kill you.
You don't know what they
Aww. One more kill. They're trying to pincer the trap now. So they're trying something at least. And if it wasn't against me, it could work. My kill.
Let's move.
No. Somebody wants Phasma dead. Why am I losing my health like that? That was weird. I was poisoned or something. There's my 3rd kill. Watch the trap spread out, guys. No, don't hit me. Now I gotta kind of be careful and hide like a coward. I don't have to, but this glorious trap spreads.
Take your shot.
I did take my shot. I'll take another. Ooh, he has the epicenter card, I think. That kind of hurt. And now, again, you can see location-wise, we have complete control. I'm over here, Obi-Wan. Oh, he got me. Jinx. One-shot troops, hero baby cap. Oh, yeah. Still does damage if you increase card. 2 extra. Extra saber damage. I don't know, KKO. I kind of switch mine up, but I guess I've never looked at what other people use. Thanks, girl. Mine.
You are fighting for the wrong side.
Mine! Like I said. kill. There it is. Spread out for mama. Look at my trap. Oh, it's glorious. So I recommend you guys try this. It's the one card. It's, I don't know what it's called, but it says what it does. That if you get 3 kills, your trap will spread out its radius. Yeah, that's right. You're shocked there, Kenobi. Sorry, dude. I don't have a lot of patience for Jedi. X is gonna get ya. Come on in, girl. Water's warm. Reggie. A lot of times shooters, if you move like that real quick and come right back, they'll assume you're taking cover and hiding. Oh no. Why? Fun. Alright guys, so location wise, there you go. It says also, why does Anakin always use every single ability or just try to kill you? Just try to kill you. Yeah. I know what you mean. I don't see a lot of Anakin players swing their lightsaber. But I do like when they do. I like a good fight. So here we go. You can see the other team again. Just a classic case of rushing in over and over. Don't recommend it. And there's really nothing they can do at this point. Don't turn your back to Grievous. Oh, that stopped me. Oh, backwards. Here.
I can't stand with
Right here, pal. Come and get it. Alright, he says in midair. Boba can't. Oh. Yeah, but Boba can just recover in midair. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Greeda's got a point. It's important for Boba to pull the Bobas out of the sky with that. Shoot, Anakin, Finn, and Chewbacca. That's a good way to deal with Boba Fett. Oh, you know, a good Boba Fett player. If they're just annoying and good at dodging your shots, but they can't connect theirs, don't worry about them. Boba Fetts that don't have good aim are going to throw the rockets every 45 seconds or whatever it is, and you just got to roll when they do. And that's it. Then you ignore them. Do not get led. Do not get led away by Boba Fetts. That is level 1 failure, you know, stupidity. But, like, there's level 5, which is like an Obi-Wan tricking you to going somewhere. You got to watch out for... That's what you're trying to do to them. And that's what I'm saying, is you want to be able to manipulate and control your opponent psychologically. I mean, yeah, it's just a video game, but whatever, man. If I'm going to do it, I'm going all out. Implement some military strategy here. And that's the best thing to do, is control your opponent's location. You control your opponent. Alright, now, I'm going to pick the arms dealer. We got, he's a dancer. He just jumps all over the place. Arms dealer. She's got the most effective and powerful weaponry in the game, hands down. Yeah, the sharpshooter. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. What is that? It's like Cousin It if he stuck his face out the window going down the highway. He's got a face in there. me. All right. But yeah, and the smooth criminal. All right, so we're gonna take a look at the same map here. Oh no, Death Star 2, Command Sector North. Doesn't matter where you are, location's the same thing. You just control the flow of where they're coming from and where they're going, and try and cut off their resources. And in this game, your only resource is your teammate coming back in with full health. Now, there are some advanced developed strategies where you have one person ready to stop incoming traffic and get them to use up their force abilities, and then half the time they'll rabbit, and they'll either run or they'll jump into the fight with empty hands. Either one is to their detriment. And it breaks up the formation. And the whole key is breaking up your opponent's formation. If you see a group of 4 players in this game together, they're winning. With the exception of the beginning, obviously. But you see 4 people together, it's because they're winning. They're moving in a death squad. That's the best thing I can call it. And I need a new term, because I know that's an actual thing, and that's probably not cool.
You're a jittery little thing, aren't you?
He sure is.
That warrior.
Here we go.
Master of the dark side.
Oh, I'm supposed to shoot him. Well, I killed all the air next to him. He's trying to get around.
That depends on your point of view.
Good fight, Maul. Ooh, got me. Okay. It's time for me to have to start using something, because we got a non-player, and we're going to start falling behind and getting our ass kicked, so this will be good. Suicide Squad. Maybe? I gotta be honest with you, my short-term memory is fried, so I already forgot what we were talking about. I'm just being honest. Oh, you don't want revenge? Oh, son of a bitch. I just fell for the classic. So, guys, when it comes to location, try not to fight right next to pits. Jeez, that was stupid. So I fell for some obvious nonsense there, and this Maul is a talented player. Are they coming for the blaster user? Guys.
I can smell the bravado.
Good at
I suggest you give up.
Are you serious? What the fuck am I supposed to do there? About time you start sharing your secrets. Some, Hustain, some. Welcome. Huss! Maul is a beast. Yeah, he was wrecking me there. I got no excuse, man. I was trying to shoot him. He's fast, and now that he can block too. See how they were using a blaster user and lightsaber user together. People need to stop using my strategies against me. Alright, I'm going to switch my player because I do not have any support. So I'm going to pick Rey and I'm going to go protect Finn. We're going to see if that works, guys. We're going to try it at least. I'm saving my insight until I get up here. I want to know where they are, but where's Finn? Okay, we're up here now. No. You need to get out of there, Luke. Get out of there, Luke. Here we go. God, look at those idiots. Well, I guess. Let's move. Oops. Alright, where's Finn? I love Obi-Wan and all, but where's Finn? I need to get with the blaster user here.
I feel his rage. It's like a knife.
Oh, Chewie? Chewie will work.
You chose the wrong side.
Well, he doesn't know what he's doing, does he? I'm here, Chewie. Ignore everything, protect your blaster user. There we go. You killed my Wookiee. Ah, see, they saw I was doing that and moved on me, or I was just their next target, but there it didn't fall together. I don't know. I'm not going to, like, blame my team, per se, but the next good step would have been them to protect me doing that. And then it's just a stack of, really. Yeah, this Maul is not really that good, I don't think. I just think I was kind of shitty aiming. I mean, he just kept hitting R1. See, that's the thing. Maul's awesome, but really, you just kind of keep hitting R1. I kill stronger foes. Ham. This is a ham delicacy. Oh, okay, he's with me. See, there's a subtle cue. You back off and look at them, they back off and look at you. That means that you're working together. Luke's serious here. Oh, damn it, Anakin. That's why we're losing.
Where are you?
Dummy just keeps running in alone.
He's powerful and full of hate.
There we go.
Pick him up!
Anakin, get your ass in here. Oh, you didn't see that coming, Phasma? Jesus. Do you know what I am? Oh, yeah. Weep and flail. Oh, no, that's... Is that Maul? Weep and flail.
There's danger.
No, I don't know what it is. That didn't sound like Maul. Come on, jump over here, dummy. I'm right here. And voila. Jump off the cliff. Kind of dumb, really. There's a classic case of what not to do. Oh, she's got emotes. Serious? Well, guys, that's kind of falling through. I'm gonna go punish Phasma at least.
Rachel took a wrong turn.
And look at them right away. See, they know what they're doing, guys. I went to go kill Phasma. They came and killed me. That is what you do. So, in this situation, what can I do? Get frustrated and leave because my team sucks? Yeah, I can. And you know what? I'm not going to pretend I don't. I'm not going to be all pretentious and be like, never give up hope.
This better work.
No, sometimes you're just playing with morons and you can't do anything about it. Find another game. But, I keep an eye on the names here. I mean, oh, serious Phasma? Man, I kind of want to stay in now. Embarrass that fool. Alright. Oh, rule number 3. Don't let them get to ya. Don't let them get to you. Because then you spend your time chasing them. And then, yep, I threw off my formation there. It wasn't much help. But the real key to any formation is being able to track the slowest parts. As the blaster user, it's a lot better when they have support and somebody following them. My favorite Kylo line is, ugh. Probably when he dies, right? I know what you mean. So, there's not a lot you can do sometimes. We're going to look at the scoreboard. It's Kevin Sands. I think Lone Hippo kept running in and dying with Anakin, though. And yeah, when you're with a gamer that just won't work with you, like Luke kind of worked with me, but I didn't see Obi-Wan or Anakin once. So sometimes it's time to move on and find another game. Now, my point is be spate every time he swings a lightsaber. Oh, no, that's awesome. I love that sound. With the robot behind it. Anything else? I like it when him and Phasma talk. That's awesome. They do like a workplace bitchery. I don't know. They just kind of bitch at each other like workplace. Funny when he yells without his mask using frenzy. Oh, hey, look at what matchmaking did, guys. This gives me a second. I'll be back in a flash, y'all. Stay tuned, and I promise I won't bore your brains out, but I need to get a drink because my throat's really dry. So, we'll further discuss this, and I'll be back in a flash. Hopefully people load in. No, it'll be faster to find a new game. Who wound it? What have I done? Thank you, Fectious. Hey, do you have a Platinum Trophy for Battlefront 2? No, I don't. A lot of them are Starfighter Assault, and I guess... I don't mind Starfighter. I just don't play it. I could. I could go for them, could do a segment on it, but personally, no. Mastermind and mastermind. I'm a writer. Booted. Well, I hit matchmaking, then I got a blank lobby. Or do you mean you were booted off the internet? Alright, here we go. Now, honestly, when you go to play this alone, you're going to find 9 times out of 10, you load into a game that's 11 to 30. Because somebody drops and they're like, oh, these teammates suck. So, I mean, that circle of crap's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's like the spinners at the beginning. The stuff's just going to happen. But there's ways to work around some of it. You pick and choose your battles. Alrighty. Like I'm saying, yeah, pick and choose your battles. You know, don't overwhelm yourself, patience-wise. Pass me the dolly so I can show you where. Oh yeah, the timer, and also 3-on-3 can start a game now, but not 3-on-4. So if there's 6 people in, it'll start. Is HvV still the mode you play the most? Yeah, pretty much. To me, it's like a mix of Mortal Kombat, chess, and God, I don't know, an FPS, just Doom 2 or deathmatching in general. I've been playing Doom 2 competitively for, God, decades. An embarrassing length. When you start play other game modes, oh, definitely. Like for this particular segment I'm doing, no, I'm gonna be focusing on how to. God, all lights. Oh, we got a blaster user. Nice. I'm gonna be able to do the buddy system now and follow and protect Phasma. But yeah, I will play other modes though when we stream. When I do the show, and we'll be doing the show soon. Not tonight, but I got my rig set up now. I got my gear put together. I still got to make some adjustments, but we got some new sound effects, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Right now, though, I just know there's a lot of frustration when people want to play this game, but they don't have friends online, and they get stuck with blues. So, both. Definitely both. I mean, oh, I don't know. That's such a tough call. I love both. It's like chocolate and vanilla, man. I can't say I like one more than the other. They're both just freaking delicious. Okay, now I go tell Phasma. I'm with you. I just say bow.
Order brings life.
Go!
I sense him. Submit.
Shoot him, Phasma. Or do that.
No sign.
Taunt. I'm taunting my opponent. Oh, they're dead. Oh no, none of them are playing. Oh no. I think Capital's good because it has that grind quality. You can just get lost in it and be able to play heroes. It's like Blast on steroids. And then Galactic is like a little mini Star Wars story. So I mean, they both have their awesome plays for me. Hey Luke, come here. Hey Luke, freeze. Hey Luke, die. What are you doing, girl? What are you swinging at? Yeah, I know you're a grandmaster. I'm an angry emo. So they have no chance of beating us. Wrong! Be patient, guys. That's what I'm saying. Even at this point, they have a chance. Somebody could load in, replace the guy that's about to drop. But right now, they're rushing in like idiots. And honestly, I would be dropping. When someone's not playing like that now without the target system, yeah, it's just like, no. Without all four, a proper game can't really work. Like, again, what are you doing, dummy? I think Phasma decided to show mercy there. Where you going, Han?
I hope they don't try.
Ooh, nice. Nice shoulder charge. It's me, Grandmaster. No, Kylo. That's Kylo. Well, one match we won 3v4. Yeah, totally. I believe it, you know? Especially in these when the other team just keeps rushing in and dying. And that's right now worse than being the target and falling off a cliff. I mean, it's just dumb. See, here, I can pin my opponent back. This is what I mentioned before. I slow him down just from even joining. Oh, never mind.
Evil will always find a master close. Don't find me.
You think you can resist?
What a dummy.
Twist and fall.
No time for pleasantries.
Oh, be nice, Vader. You killed him once in the movie.
No escape.
Look at Vader. He's like a giant cat stuck in a zoo cage. He's got his head stuck between the bars trying to get a piece of meat. Okay, well, I'm going to discuss some... We'll do a narrative then, since I can't really implement strategy now. But here's the dark side. As you can see, both they are not balanced. It's not like chess where... You know, I said it's like chess and all, but it's not in the way that... That was glorious. It's not in the way that they're equal. Because the dark side and the light side play to their strengths. The dark side uses force, aggression. I mean, it's everything in this game revolves around Star Wars. They use force, aggression, fear. The light side uses patience, balance, like Hapkido almost, Jeet Kune Do, Bruce Lee's martial art, where you kind of play off what they do. It's different with, like, leading an offensive, sure, especially with the shock technique, which nobody uses now, you notice. Chewie and Lando's shock, it's like you never see them. This poor thing doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not going to throw him off. Oh. Oh, no! Revenge is a dish best served stupid. Oh. No escape. No escape. Okay, so the dark side just kind of moves in a death squad. They both can move in death squads, light side too. But with the light side, you rely more on the balance of protecting your humans. Keeping Han, Leia, Lando, all them alive.
Ready to quit yet?
Oh, come on. I was better than that. What happened? No escape. I know, that was face palm worthy. So, what we got here is an even score, and 4 on 4. Alright, guys. What did I say before about patience? Those guys that dropped out? Look it, we're behind now. Now, back to the buddy system. I'm sticking with Phasma.
Not yet.
I'm gonna keep her alive. Here we go.
You insist on fighting?
I could give her a nice dish to eat. Han's shooting me, isn't he? Ooh. Good fight, Anakin. Alright, so there, I strayed from Phasma. Did you notice that? And we all fell apart. That is what not to do. This is where the fun begins. Alright, so... Oh, I don't think so. Gotta stick with Phasma.
You can't be so stupid as to think this will be easy.
Coward!
I wanted to call her a cow. Watch this.
All vitals stable.
Oops. I called her a cow. You want to play? Come play, buddy.
Something wrong with your sword there, dog?
Battles.
Just Monty Python just run by him. We're gonna win though, don't worry. This is the where you gotta be patient, yeah. But we got one idiot that keeps running off, don't we?
I'm glad to see you're enjoying
Force
yourself.
is strong.
That was a dumb freeze. Ooh.
Blast.
No, 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 no. See, Maul got isolated there alone. Why is Frenzy just not working today? There we go. Oof. Guys, look at this turnaround. You know, Sith, you barely know how to hold a lightsaber. Is that Obi-Wan? I can't remember who says it. The Knights of Ren who say nee. Phasma, we keep dying at the same time.
Or get out of the way.
See, she's telling me what to do. And I should fall behind her. Oh, jeez.
Give it a rest, why don't you?
God dang it. Gotta taste your own medicine. Oh. Serious? Look at this setup they got. Look at their location use, guys. This is how you play the game. I can't get to Han. I'm just backing off slowly and taking damage here.
On my way!
Now I'm gonna use my environment. Oh, how did he time that so well? That's a good Luke right there. That was good timing. Rip indeed. Hello, Winos. Today we're covering location, how to use your environment against your opponent. Oh, and look at... See, who left? What a loser. We had a good game going. It kind of went back and forth, and this guy leaves just because things don't go his way 1 second. Like, sure, my team may not be the best. I'm not the best. Whatever. It's a game. Nothing? Alright. Where are you going to put your trap, girl? Hey.
On my mark.
Bow, cow. Okay, I'm going to pull him into your trap again. Get ready, girl.
You will not die well.
Mark for backup.
Now I get to Phasma. And I protect her. Psych. Oh, damn. She's almost dead, though. I still didn't do good enough.
Slow to me, General. Charge.
Back here, sucker. Oh, sometimes you gotta look at the body you throwing on the ground. Rip. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're getting trashed here, but you can see the strategy start to work there with Phasma when I protected her with the lightsaber user. It fell apart because they did the right thing next, which is to break up our formation. And it's a series of steps like that that can progress one way or another, and you try and take advantage of it.
Stop this.
Anakin, what are you
God
doing
dang it.
here? You're supposed to report back to Coruscant.
But I fall back to my team. Oh, I gotta love that frenzy. Really? I don't get the freeze. He doesn't freeze. Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice, gentlemen. Alright. So, that's it right there, though. You know, I went back to Phasma. Instead of staying there and fighting those guys, I ran forward, protected her. If I would have done it sooner, though, it would have worked out better. I don't think we have a chance, but 5 to 16, I've seen it happen. As long as our other two aren't dummies. Like me, jumping off cliffs. I'm warning you, you don't want to test me. Maul, get over here. Come here! Anakin's down. I'm with you, Aiden. I was trying to tell Maul to come here. Oh, like she can hear you. What is that dummy in there doing? Phasma. God dang it. Sorry, you're old news, Phasma.
Let's light this room up a little.
You have kind of shitty aim and you don't know when to shoot. Oh, God. Oh, I thought that was Aiden. Okay. So again, it's all about an effective use of the map. It's really important to be a good player too, but at a certain point, you gotta know when to move and when not to. Well, he died. See, we're all split up now. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. Where are you going, kid? Come on, Maul. Follow me. Nope. Oh, I'm gonna try and hurry and get up to my blaster user here. Always make that a priority, you know? I mean, do what you gotta do and come back to it, but we should all be centered around Phasma. It's kind of dumb that those guys weren't, and that I wasn't. Ran off, yes. Come back to Phasma. Shoot. Come on, girl.
Stay in proximity. We march as one. It's anger that fuels you. Surely you see it.
You're not worth my anger.
Vader, get your oh, where's your trap? Aiden. Here we go, guys. Look at the score. It's already 4-7. We're staying together. As long as nobody gets pushed off like a dummy, we should be good. Look at this. Come and get it, buddy.
Not so smart now,
Submit to me.
In mid-air? Not so smart now, are you? I wish I could upload that. I can't when I'm streaming in FPS, high FPS, but I'm going back to Phasma. That's how you're playing can fall apart.
You dare.
Die, Master. Uh-oh, we're split up. This does not bode well. You can do it. Not so smart now, are you? Oh God, no, stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Give me a little boost of speed. Give me a little boost of speed. Give me a little boost. Oh. Get off my Phasma!
Stop me.
God dang it.
Force is strong.
Where are you going? Goodbye there. Goodbye there. 1-1. 1-1. I'm gonna throw Anakin off. Right now. Right now. Oh my God! Oh, why would you do that, Maul? You suck! I think I popped a vein in my neck. Mistwood Frenzy could be used at any time. Yes. You could just use it as an extra dash. I know what you mean. Now it's... They limited it. I know. I'm so angry at Maul. I think he got pushed off, too. But you could see there. You could see the strategies pretty much coming together. The whole buddy system thing and the location. We didn't really get a whole lot of opportunity once we got it back together to take advantage of our location because we weren't communicating. But Phasma would have been the unofficial leader at that point, and she could have led us to a better spot. That was a good spot, though, right by the door there. You can fall in if you need to. You've got 2 spots you can knock your opponent off. That doorway is a great spot to hold. The only thing is you need a lightsaber user there to protect the trap. Phasma can't protect it alone because it can be shot from across the map. But I do recommend looking for spots like that. As we cover location, before we call it, I'm going to kind of do a summary, and in that we are going to get a really clear look at what we discussed today and as far as how important it is to rely on your locations. So, let's see. Take a look at Leia here. I will never join Hokey religion. Oh, I will never join Hokey religions. Darth Kermit. Where? I don't see. There he is. God, you're so sneaky in that cloak now, Kermit. I usually see a blob of green. I gotta look for this cloaked shadow now and then see the little green face. Appreciate that, man. So in summary, as far as location goes, yeah, I hope work's going good, buddy. As far as location goes, that was one great example there. Phasma had her trap down with a doorway to her back. Now that can go back, that can go both ways, but for the most part, you can see on the radar if someone's coming up. But you keep your back there, and you've got the 2 spots to knock them off the cliff, and you just go from there. Now, also, location-wise, doesn't just cover where to bring your team, because you're playing with randos. You can't tell them where to go, and they can't tell you, and usually it's just one idiot following another, and I'll be the first to concede I've been that idiot. I'm thinking about something else. The match is going, I'm talking to somebody in a party, and I'm running forward, because I don't care about that particular match. Well, that moves around the planet between people all the time. While one person is caring a lot about the match and is ready to drop at the hat at the first sign of something bad, there's one person that's not really playing. They're kind of absent-minded, having a good time, and we all take turns being that person. So it's important to learn to be patient. Now, yeah, thanks for stopping in, Kermit. Oh, that's alright. We're just kind of discussing strategies anyway. So that said, be patient. Don't give up too quick, because a game can turn around very fast on here. As you can see there, that was a great example. Also, moving back to the buddy system, I like to kind of cover previous topics too and see how they tie in, and this is, well, easy. The buddy system should rely on location. As the dark side, you almost should never lose, really, if everyone's playing right. Using Phasma's trap, it's kind of a guaranteed win, but it's cheesy. On the other hand, a really connected team on the light side could probably bring the trap, then them down, but it gives them 4 or 5 people on their team. The droid can't move, but it shoots and it stuns. That's good enough. If you have that in a group of 5, there's so many people, it's distracting, and one person doesn't get isolated as easily. And if they start attacking the trap, they have to finish or it refills its health. And seasoned players know this, so it's futility trying to take on Phasma, really, and her trap at the same time. Unless you're a hell of a shot. So, that said, keep an eye on your location as far as not just 1 or 2 things. I mean, the word has many meanings. Yes, the location of where your team is. Yes, the location of where your opponent is spawning back in after you kill them. Vice versa. When you are on the team that's behind and you're running back into battle, don't run straight into the fight. It's a habit we all picked up playing for a year and a half of chasing a target around. But right now, this is the slow game. Or not slow necessarily, but, there's no reason to rush in. So look for the dots in your map. Do the math in your head. Find the average of, which is closer, or if 2 people are on your right and only 1 on your left, go to the 2 on the right. Or slowly inch toward them as they come toward you, and then the one on the far end, like a blob, you should be converging back to 1 if possible. So always try to work on that. Getting back to your team, trying to find your positive and your negative to connect. Your blaster user and your lightsaber. Try to connect those 2. If you're one, look for the other and play the buddy system. Block for them or shoot for the one that's blocking for you. And then as soon as the blaster user is getting attacked, just bash the hell out of the one attacking them from behind. He says, and it makes people waste their stamina having to block all the shots from the droid. Definitely. Oh yeah, and people stand there and hold block. Unless Phasma is shooting you and holding down the stream, you don't block her really. Because you can deflect that. Otherwise, there's no point. You should just be moving effectively and using your cover. Block is good for deflecting the shots back at her, but even then, if she's using Survivor, I mean, that's where she gets her health buff and her damage reduction. I use that with the card that gives me 50% damage reduction while using it. So, it takes 2 lightsaber users kind of taking turns hitting me to kill me usually. And it's not because of skill, it's just location. Stick around your trap. Keep your back to a wall if possible as a blaster user. But these are all mini tips, and the general outline of today's tip is just to treat your location just as importantly as you would a target. Even though we don't have a targeting system, it's important to know where you are, where you're going, and the same thing for your opponent. Always kind of feel it out, though. You don't sit there with the pen and paper and try and work out an algorithm. Well, if they're up here and we're down here and it's going to take Boba Fett 10 seconds to get here, don't worry about all that. As cheesy as it sounds, I'm still going to say it. Feel it in the Force, man. You can feel that stuff. You can feel the flow of things. You feel a fight off to your, 2 o'clock. There's Luke and Rey getting bashed down by their 4 guys. And you're Han running up to the fight. But to your left, Boba Fett keeps shooting you. Sorry, so 3 other guys are up there killing you too. But Boba Fett keeps pelting you from a distance. Don't go chase Boba Fett to prove that you're a better blaster user than him. Hell no. Get up there to your fight, shoot the hell out of the guys from behind in the head that are attacking your lightsaber users. They now do like 3 times the damage output. They don't actually, but with your blaster damage hitting them from behind, one of you is always hitting them where they can't block with that combination. So always focus on trying to pick and choose where to go, where the best place to be is. And also, a thing I covered today and didn't put in the title or in the thumbnail, but I mentioned, be patient. As you could see in the last match there with the dark side, it went up and down so dramatically. You never know what's going to happen. Somebody can drop because they think that your team sucks, and it was them dragging you down the whole time, so they leave, and then somebody way better comes in. You'll come back, stomp them. The next match, you could make a friend for life. So try to be patient, but also follow your heart. You'll know when to leave a game. There's a time when you got one guy not playing and another one's jumping off cliffs or whatever. Pick and choose your fights. But I hope that works for you guys. And keep an eye on location. We'll cover another segment soon. And after I do these, or maybe during, I'll also be doing just kind of how to play each character and my own personal tips. I know other people have done how to not suck with such and such, and I thought they were all banal and covered just basics. So I'm going to talk about a little bit more nuanced gameplay and stuff, and we'll look at that in the future. But for now, I hope this kind of helps out in terms of getting a feel for your map. Try to keep the upper hand. The whole high ground thing in Star Wars with Obi-Wan and Anakin, it was a metaphor. And the point in that is to have the better map area than your opponent. Yes, the high ground was better, but the point wasn't because he was at a higher elevation as much as it was he was where he wanted to be, and his opponent was not where his opponent wanted to be. And if you can put your opponent in that situation, you've already won the fight. So thanks for tuning into Pyrrhic Videos. I really appreciate you guys chiming in and chatting. I always like to hear feedback on what's going on. He said, did you ever see a full team of blasters? Oh, definitely. I've done it, too. We've done it on stream a couple times, and yeah, it's kind of a slaughter. But conversely, it can end and turn very quickly. It's very polarized, because if it falls apart, then your blaster users are all just dying over and over with no Jedi to protect them. So it's all situational. Just like the high ground with Obi and Annie, you have your opponent where you want them. It's not going to matter whether you have a lightsaber, a blaster, or you're hitting them in the head with a fish. When you have your opponent where you want them, you will prevail. Oh yeah, certain levels are great for that. And yeah, we'll be covering that, Greedo DeVito, in another tip. But you know what? That kind of reminds me that one thing I didn't cover today with location, and I feel remiss, I'm going to mention it here at the end. I hope people didn't, if they're watching this, at least in hindsight, they're not like, oh, it was over and ended early, because this is an important thing. Yeah, if you stick in a group, practically game over. Definitely, that's the thing, is your environment. There's a reason that these maps aren't just an empty field. They're not just a regular plane where you shoot each other from. They have boxes and trees and crap, and those are there for a reason. If you use cover, you have a 30% better accuracy and evasion rate than your opponent by default. And then you got to put in all the factors for each person's individual game style, etc., etc. But oh god, I'm talking like the split personality guy in the movie Glass, etc. But yeah, you get what I'm saying, man. Use your environments. You know when they have those little stairs that go up to a balcony with a box? Those are not there just to, get high ground to shoot someone from. They're there to screw with your opponent. You guys have seen me do it when I'm Luke or something. I'll stand up on one of those. 2 or 3 guys will jump up to try and hit me. I jump down, then immediately jump right back up. Before I land my feet, or I'm sorry, after I land my feet, they are still convinced they need to jump down there. It's the paper, rock, scissors thing I mentioned before. You stay a step ahead of them psychologically. They'll jump down in front of you, and you can just push them off a cliff. Push them, knock them down, jump on them, do an epicenter, whatever. Kaz says you can hide in a corner and the enemy just walks past you, lol. Oh, definitely. That's one thing I don't like about this new targeting system on the mini-map is it's kind of hard to sneak up on people. But I could be wrong. If I'm not mistaken, Finn and Lando do mess up the radar, and Boba Fett and Iden probably do too. There's a lot of stuff that they talked about when this game first came out that people have just utterly forgotten. Let's look at one example. Well, just her pulse cannon alone, you see that used once a week if you play every day. But okay, this isn't an example, but there are things in this game like her stun droid also disrupts their radar. And I can't speak for everybody, but I ignored that stuff when I first started playing. I focused on getting good. But little things like that, like here, look at Lando. He's got some weird stuff like that that people just don't think and know about. His smoke obscures the view of his enemies. They don't tell you, though. But it obscures Darth Vader, Kylo, and Darth Maul. Dooku, Grievous. They can't lock onto somebody with a lightsaber. They can't hit you in smoke. Unless their swing hits where you're standing. And, I mean, come on. It's... Yeah. The smoke stops them from hitting you with Lando. It's insane. The Disabler. It does stuff, too, other than shock people. It disrupts the radars. I mean, there's so many things in this game that really start mattering now that the targeting system is gone, and it really is just a fight of whose skills are against whose skills. And you have this impossibly beautiful matchup of any combination of Star Wars characters to do it with. I mean, Christ, this is like a wet dream video game-wise, if you think about it. And the fact that EA did kind of blow it at the beginning sucks, but they came back tenfold. And I feel like the community really needs to cut them some slack, because this game is impressive as hell, and they put so much nuance into the heroes, villains, and the capability of interaction with each other. You can use his Dooku shock on Yoda, and he can bounce it back. I mean, it's so awesome. But yeah. So back to the environment thing. It's not just about hiding behind stuff. With Han Solo, you'll be running from Darth Maul, and you'll notice there's a block in front of you, and then if you jump up on it, there's another block twice its height right next to it. So it's kind of like stairs, but not really. You jump up both of them to the top one, shoot them a couple times, immediately roll off it, because a Darth Maul is so like, oh, I'm fast, I'm Darth Maul. He's already probably hit R1 to try and do the dash and land right next to you. When he slides and slumps down to the side from missing that, or if he lands up top, you're already down below throwing a bomb underneath him in the air to knock him so far away that by the time you're lifting your gun back up to aim, you already have a headshot lined up. So that's just a thought. I think they have P2W crates, play to win crates. I know, I've read that too, that people still think it is. What do you mean actually? No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate that, TG Epic. Thanks for coming in. So, that said, focus on what all you have in your environment. I was insanely delighted to find out the surprise that there are some things that are like a box you can hide behind, but they have a hole carved in them that you can stick your gun through, and you can shoot the other team without getting shot. I mean, that stuff's built into the map. When Darth Vader is blocking your shots, you can shoot him in the foot. If he's swinging his lightsaber above his head to hit Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then goes to try and block and deflect, you can shoot him if you're at his, say his 9 o'clock, or his left side, you know, off a little to the distance, shooting him. You can shoot him down in the hip. And if he's blocking Kenobi at the time, and that block happens to hold his lightsaber above his head, he can't block that hip shot. The game is that detailed. So once you start knowing that stuff, like, 2 people shooting one lightsaber user should always be able to get a couple shots through, because he can't block both. And so the game's super, super detailed on that end. And, you know, it's good that we kind of take a look at that. And that plays into the environments. They're very... I think a lot of psychology went into the layout in more than just, hey, you can run around here to hide. There's a lot of detail. And I think this game will never be fully explored. It's like Grand Theft Auto online, or not online. Both. How they just have so much that people don't even know exists. This is one of them. So don't give up. Be patient on the matches you go into. Didn't think that it would get this deep. I didn't either until I'd say probably around the time Finn and Phasma came out. I noticed that Finn's Big Deal ability actually gives you recharge reduction on special abilities, and that's in heroes villains. So that means that you can get your pushback faster. All three of you in Kashyyyk with Finn. I mean, we're talking a pinball machine on acid. I need that dolly again. Vex just has some hauling to do. But yeah. So pay close attention to your environment and your location, and don't just think one-dimensionally. I don't just mean where you're at in the fight. I don't just mean watch out for cliffs, but do. You know, look to use your environment to your advantage. If you know that you have a move that's they don't see you and you're going to be able to do a push or a pull, do it at an angle that's going to knock them around a corner to set them up to knock them off a cliff. Think about that stuff in advance. But most importantly, while you're doing that, make sure above all else that you're doing the polarizing thing. Where if you're a lightsaber user, you're trying to find your buddy, your blaster user, and match them up. Because the combination of the two is hands down the most powerful tool in this game. Other than pushing people off cliffs, because that's a one-shot kill. But as far as combat's concerned, okay. Wailing on somebody from behind with a lightsaber and headshots with a blaster, those are pretty important too. But coming in at a close second, I'd say then, is the synergy of using a blaster and a lightsaber together. I've used it, all this talk of deep. Oh, doo-doo. I get it. Okay. Finn has a card that gives his big deal cooldown reduction if it targets 3 or more teammates. Yes. They will still have health from the last one if it goes off when you use it. Yes, totally. I think I used that one for that reason. Let's take a look. Beacon of Hope. Radius of big deal is increased if 2 allies are affected. That might be what you mean. Recharge time if it affected at least 3 allies. I use both. And, yeah. You're getting it back again, and the recharge is coming so fast. If you have Lando and Chewie on your team, they're going to have so many shock grenades that it's not going to be like the dark side is overpowering all of a sudden. It's going to be absurdly unbalanced. Says that's a permanent health buff for the entire team if you stay together. Yes. Yes, it is. And the best part is it's armor, so it carries over to the next fight. Now that it's not a targeting system, you don't want to die ever in this. So all the health reduction you can get, the better. Now, excuse me, in the past I've talked about using cards like this just in Galactic, but increased maximum health regeneration means after a fight Obi-Wan wins, he'll get back all that more health to use in the next fight, and it carries over. That's how the points add up. I've learned a while ago that games, competitive gaming, a lot of the really well-written ones, rely on small numbers being adjusted over a period of time to eventually create a winner and a loser. And in games like this, that's what it is. Block, hit, block, hit, block, hit. Well, if you concede a hit during that, you're at a major disadvantage, and vice versa. So in that little tit-for-tat going back and forth, a giant polarizing move is a complete landslide to the fight. You can upend your opponent, take control, and then keep that control. And that's what this game is about, location and control. Once you have all 4 of your team alive and you've beat their team and you have that advantage, control your map. Do it to where they have to work hard just to get back to you. Or they can stand there and wait till their team groups back up. But here is the final secret of today's tip, and something that I didn't think about at first, and it took me a while to realize. There's a reason you get spawned on the other side of the map. Because of the formation system. If we're all 4 together, all light side guys are all together, okay? We're all standing somewhere. We just beat all the dark side, right? We're kind of sitting there waiting for Maul or Vader to come running in alone. We're hoping they're gonna. But we know that if they're a smart opponent, they're gonna regroup before they try and fight us. That's the smart thing to do, right? That requires Darth Maul to cross us as a team to get to his team. Now, if we're absent-minded, he can just run around us in kind of a parabolic, form, just go in a circle around us. But if we're aware of what's going on, we know that they're not advancing and waiting, and then we see a dot on the other side of us trying to run around us, cut him off, kill him. Don't let them refill the resources. Control your location, stop your enemy from refilling the resources, crush them, kill them all. The sound of my audio receptors. Alright. Oh, and that combo with Yoda. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, let me read this. Also, Yoda and Finn can stack their health buffs now. I know, I'm glad they fixed that, because there's no reason they should have to... Yeah, that made me pretty mad. They should be stacking. And yes, it is super overpowered, but that is, again, part of how the dark and light side are balanced. The dark side relies on fear, aggression, and power. The light side relies on hope, balance, defense. That's the way it is. I can dig it.
Crush them. Make them suffer, Gadget.
Alright, guys. So there you have it. That final thing, as far as location goes, when you do have control of the map, it can be taken from you. So, make your opponent have to choose between regrouping or just running back in and dying, and you'll feel a little bad. I mean, if you have the slightest bit of empathy, you'll feel bad doing it, but that's how you win. And if you want to be a generous gamer, do it, get enough of a point advantage, and then just relax and go run around and have fun again. But I'm saying, as far as winning goes, it's all about control of the map. It's just like any military thing. I mean, look at World War II. You know, Hitler was taking complete control of the planet, and then because he got cocky and decided to rush into Russia without a coat, that entire axis of evil was upended. Just because of location. It was cold where he was trying to go. The tanks couldn't get through the mud. It's all about how you play your cards. I'm assuming you don't mean star cards, but also those.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Yeah, I can do Dr. Claw too. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to Empiric Videos. I really appreciate you guys stopping in, and I hope that this can benefit you guys, just like the last one. Concentrate on the buddy system and paying attention to your location. But above all else, remember that as there are going to be all these things to try and remember to play better at the game, the most important thing is to remember that you're having fun, and that it's a Star Wars game. You know, you bought it, you're playing it for the intention of living out a Star Wars kind of fantasy scenario, not to see who's a better competitive gamer. If you want to do that, go play one of the CSGO games, or one of the games that rely solely on FPS skill sets. This game is a fun game. This is digital candy. It's meant to be a mix and match of lightsabers, bombs, and electricity. So have fun with it, and spend the next 5 years, maybe 10 years, developing an understanding of how complex the synergies can be between characters. We've all seen somebody freeze somebody with Kylo, and then Phasma shoot him in the head, or Iden shoot him in the head. Very cool. But there's synergies like Obi-Wan's mind thing, so they can't do anything. And then, just very simply, the pushers on Kashyyyk. They're not going to be able to stop you from pushing them off the stuff. There's so many combinations that I have not even thought of. And, you know, we'll explore those over time. But for right now, we're looking at location and how important it is to utilize, control, and keep control of it. So, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and we will see you guys in the battlefront.